Hey y'all, welcome to the Hustle Bubble. I'm your host Shayla Blackshare. My guest Jav Mendez. He has his own business called Mind, Body, Soul Lifestyle LLC, and we're gonna really talk more about that. But before we get started, we're gonna talk about this wine, the taste this wine. It's the Palm by Whispering Angels.
Whispering Angels.
Yeah, I never even heard it. I picked it up. I said it sounds cool.
Right.
We're gonna give it a try. Alright, nice healthy glass.
Appreciate it, man. So I know the fancy people swimming around a little bit.
Yeah, smell that thing.
Okay, a little something. Cheers, my man.
Cheers.
There it is. Hustle Bubble.
Kind of bitter a little bit.
It's a little dry.
Yeah.
But it give it that, distinct taste, and it make you want to keep drinking it.
Yeah. It's good.
He said it's good. More goes.
Yeah, probably with some fruit or something.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely. It's a vibe.
Strawberry or something. But anyway, tell us more about Mind, Body, and Soul.
For sure, man. So Mind, Body, Soul Lifestyle LLC pretty much started right around my college career, like around my junior, senior year coming around. I was really in a bad state of depression where, couldn't really figure out where to go, how to go there, being broke, all those 9 yards, right? And so my biggest mantra to get me out of there was kind of focusing on my mind, my body, and my soul, and in that order, right? So a lot of times we like to, think ourselves into depression or think ourselves into a bad spot. So I really was trying to get in control of my mind, and in tune, your body follows and then your spirit follows as well. So that's really the moral compass around the company, but in total, it's really a digital enterprise company where I use my marketing skills, whether it may be photo, video, editing, to help others with their needs in their businesses. Yeah. And right now I've been focusing a lot on foreign exchange trading. So I know that's where, we came into right now.
Right. So tell us, how did you get into that kind of foreign exchange market?
Right. So initially I started with the almighty company, I Am Academy or I Am Markets Live. Completely different discussion that we could have, but I wiped my hands clean with the company on some, business ethics that I didn't personally agree with. So now I'm an independent trader where I have mentored about 30 to 40, it's 35 people since Juneteenth of last summer. So that's up until now, until then, yeah, man, people from all the way from Florida to Colorado to Saudi Arabia. There's one guy, he gets on during his lunch break, and I'm on like 6, 7 a.m. So it's a crazy time difference. Yeah. But it's amazing, man.
Yeah, I know, man. I be seeing you getting it on the stories. This man be up at 2:30 a.m. in the morning looking at charts, investing. It's really motivating when you see that, and that's real a good thing. So tell us how you kind of transitioned from that IMO to what you're doing now.
For sure. So really the transition came, like I said, it was a business ethic kind of issue where I didn't really agree with the business model or whatever may have you, so I didn't want to put my time and attention into that. So the transition really came from focusing on me, myself, and I, my mind, body, and my soul, taking it to a place where we can use trading, day trading, investing as a financial plus, whether you're working a 9-to-5 job, you have other businesses. So it was a focus on getting me and myself right and not relying on another entity.
Yeah.
So it came from like you said, waking up 2 a.m., spending those hours, putting the hours in, back testing, improving your strategy, just getting your psychological right, because investing involves money, and money is emotional.
Right.
So it takes an unlearning and relearning process to really just see process.
Yeah, and when you're dealing with money, it can be emotional, but you kind of want to take that emotional route because you gotta understand, like, it's business. You know, when you start seeing your money drop or go up, or it's a lot of emotion there. So you want to make sure that you stay in control of that. What kind of advice do you have for someone that's still in IMO and things like that, to make sure that they're aware of it?
Right. I think here's my two piece of it. If you want to be in a multi-level marketing company that sells another product on how to trade or whatever the case may be, and that's your stilo and what you want to do, congrats. Go do it and do it good. Do it with class. Do it with some sort of, how do you say, professionalship or professionalism rather. Now, if you just want to focus on you yourself trading and you being your own signal provider, so to speak, and you being your own basis of knowledge, there's plenty of information. We live in an age of information where any piece of information you can find on the internet, YouTube, Google. Literally, you can learn pretty much anything for free online.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to put the time and the effort to go that route, they can. So it's just really what you want to do, what your purpose is, you know. So if you want to recruit and you want to bring people into the team and motivate them to do better in their lives, you know, go to a multi-level marketing company to do that. But if you want to trade, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah. So how did you like start the process of like learning everything and kind of like diving deep into it? Because I'm not gonna lie, when I see the charts and you explaining everything, I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah. But I know you must be doing something good because it's like he's working on it. So like, how did you get to kind of that level to like, you know, kind of like so like the common person can really understand what you're doing?
For sure. So I think the best piece of like beginner free information is babypips.com. So that's baby, BABYPIPS.com. Ton of like free, because a lot of information and terms are confusing, you know, like support and resistance or moving averages, you know, technical analysis. All they break down information pretty well to like, you know, beginner's level. I call it like a Forex for Dummies. You know, those books that's like plumbing for dummies, or you know, pretty much any topic that you could buy like on what's it called, Barnes & Noble and stuff like that. So I call it like that, babypips.com. Or there's a ton of free streams that go live on YouTube where you have Roger Banks. He streams New York sessions from 6:30 a.m. I think it's like 9, which is a free, you know, piece of information that you could do. He's on there live, so you can see how he's trading and see his methodology. Right. Who else goes live? There's a ton of like, if you want to, you know, link into me where I can help you, you know, get your free information, I'm definitely available for that. Also, if you want to, you know, the link in my bio on my Instagram, Jav Mendez _MBS. I have a free Discord where I break down fundamental analysis, technical analysis, just discussions on what people are investing in and how to do that. Definitely check that out as well. So yeah.
So like, so like, you know, when people want to invest in things like that, they're kind of a little bit nervous about, you know, losing their money and kind of, how can you ensure them that this is the way to go, this is what you think is it's a good idea for you to do?
It comes back to purpose and what people want to do in their lives. Like, you know, there's a whole side of social media that, you know, for lack of better words, you know, like downgrades 9-to-5 jobs and people who work in just professional businesses or for a company, whatever the case may be. We all start somewhere, right?
Right.
So we all start somewhere. Working a job, guaranteed hours with a company is a very viable source of income. Yeah. Now we all know because of coronavirus and, you know, epidemics that's been happening around the world, you can't rely on one source of income.
Exactly.
That's just not the way to go. Because it's like, you know, a stool. If you got one leg with a stool like this one, they took this stool down. We're on the ground.
Yeah.
So you get 2, 3, 4 more, and you're more stable.
Exactly.
So investing and foreign exchange trading or options trading or stocks trading, anything of that nature, only invest money that you're willing to lose.
Exactly.
You cannot be trading your rent. You cannot be trading your insurance, you know, your medical bills, because then that evokes more emotion into it, and you're less of a chance of actually getting to where you want to go because you're so emotional, losing $1, losing $5. Because in investing, the truth of the matter is you will lose. Yeah. You are bound to lose money. Yeah. Now, if you use risk management, you can lose less than what you gain. Yeah. And so, if someone were to get into investing and fearing, you know, losing money or whatever the case may be, there's definitely demo accounts that you can trade. Mm-hmm. You know, I advise people who I teach to trade 1 to 2 to 3 months on a demo account to prove their strategy, to prove their emotional, you know, capacity, to prove, you know, to themselves that they can do this. And then you go into a live account and you use, you know, your real money and you scale it 1%, 2%, 3%. And so the whole idea is that I don't want to backtrack too much or get to the left or to the right, but you know, if you have a TD account, Chase account, and your savings account is $1,000, they're probably going to give you a 0.50, like a half of a 1% on your money annually, right? And so you can do 1%, 2%, 3% in a day in your account. Yeah. So this comes into play where you let the banks trade your money and they get you crumbs on a dollar, you can do it yourself.
Exactly. I tell people all the time that leaving your money in the bank, like all your money, is a bad idea due to inflation. Mm-hmm. You're actually losing money. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you always got to take a piece of that, whatever your percentage is, whatever you're comfortable with, take a percentage of that and invest and have the money work for you. So definitely, you can start building multiple streams of income.
If you looked at the dollar chart, if I showed you like the dollar chart for the year to day, it has been going down since you wouldn't believe. Like, it has been going down from 150 to like 90, and it's still going down. Yeah. So this is like a piggyback to your comment where you put money to a bank a year later, that's not the same money.
Exactly. Due to like, you know, the stimulus check and that whole thing and printing more money and us being in debt, you know, and things like that. You gotta understand that like the value of dollar is like someone made that up. You know what I mean? Like somebody said like this is the value of dollar. Of course, there's several factors of it, but like it's somebody has to teach you the value of the dollar. So it's very important to get started investing. So next thing I want to talk about is, can you tell us like the process of joining your kind of mentor program?
Yeah, for sure. So like I mentioned before, in my Instagram, Jav Mendez _MBS, in my bio, there's a free link to my free Discord called MBS FX, so Mind, Body, Soul FX. There, you'll find a discussion group, you'll find resources, all free resources, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, different live streams, because I go live, like you said, I get up like 2 a.m. and I put on the gram like good morning. And then this is like more motivation to people who are grinding to their goals. But Monday through Friday, I go live 3 a.m., 6 a.m. on Zoom, and the link is in the Discord. And also when I come back off of work, because I work 9 to 5 job, when I come back off of work from 8 to 10, I get on there as well, and, discuss people what we can do the next day. So if you want to, be in what we call the 4-week mentorship, you can send me a private message, a direct message, and where I pretty much give you the game plan, man. So what we do is during those live sessions, if I'm live with the public, you pretty much section off a certain amount of days or sessions where it's just me and you. I don't know a lot of people, like me, I'm a visual learner, so I would want to see like this means this, and you put this here, and want that feedback. And so what we do is 3 sessions out of the week for 4 weeks, so it's 12 sessions, and it's just me and you going back and forth, going week by week, seeing your growth, seeing your progress, where I can help. Because there's a million ways to skin a cat. There's a million ways to trade. There's a million strategies. You gotta figure out what works for you and keep doing it until you see some progress.
Exactly. What do you think about cryptocurrency?
Man, cryptocurrency, I think, is definitely the future, right? Let's just get that out the clear in the air. Definitely the future. Like I said before, we live in an age of information. Our generation definitely thinks different than your grandmother's generation and your great grandmother's generation. So the exchange. Okay, so the dollar, right, hasn't, like I said, been plummeting since coronavirus and even since past that, right? And so the big take on Bitcoin is that, or cryptocurrency in general, is that that'll take the value of the dollar and will no longer be on the dollar standard, based on whatever the Federal Reserve says. Or if you ask me, they're never gonna let Bitcoin become the standard. They're gonna make their own coin and they're gonna govern it themselves. So, but Bitcoin's on the rise, man. It just cracked what, 49,000?
Yeah.
It's on its way. JP Morgan is about to drop 190 billion.
Tesla invested 1.5 billion.
Come on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Big money is coming into it. And when big money comes, the government starts to get alert.
Yeah.
And my take again is that they're never gonna allow Bitcoin to be the standard. They'll probably come out with their own cryptocurrency.
Yeah. I mean, my opinion is that it's a commodity. So if the dollar crashes or whatever, people have Bitcoin. Yeah. People have gold, silver. That's how when the stimulus check and when they start printing money, those stocks kind of tend to rise because it's kind of like a fear of the value of the dollar.
The safe haven.
Exactly.
Yep, a safe haven.
Exactly.
There's direct correlations between when the dollar drops and when gold goes up.
Exactly.
Direct. I do it all the time. I'll be trading. I have the dollar chart up and I have gold chart up, and they literally are inverse of each other.
Exactly.
And you could say the same argument starting from coronavirus with the dollar and Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of technical analysis for you, but there is a direct correlation between those things.
Yeah, and so I know for me, when I was hearing about the stimulus check is coming out, I'm like, all right, they about to print the money, so let me start investing in gold because I think that's going to shoot up.
Yes.
I think that's really going to shoot up.
Yes.
And that's really a key part of investing too. It's kind of being ahead of the curve about everything, So.
For sure, investing is mainly getting into a trend before the trend happens.
Exactly.
Big example.
Exactly.
Everybody's on Instagram talking about GameStop. Everybody's talking about AMC. Meek Mill said go buy Bitcoin and it dropped 40% the next day. If people are talking about it, guarantee you it's too late.
Yeah. Facts.
And that's a coin to everybody out there. Do not buy hype.
Yeah.
It will blow up in your face every single time.
Exactly.
Don't buy hype.
Because you're buying high. You
know
what I mean? And eventually it's going to drop. And depending on your average cost, you're going to lose money. So,
right.
You want to catch it before the trend hits.
Most people can't stand losing money.
Yeah.
The 9-to-5ers is like me. I'm a 9-to-5er.
9 to 5.
Right. So, but like you said before, we created this to supplement that. But we don't want to lose our 9-to-5 income because we work hard for it.
Right.
And so only risk money you're willing to lose.
Exactly. So how has day trading, mind, body, and soul changed your lifestyle?
Man, literally in those 3 words, mind, body, soul, right? I've literally taken that example to where you have to govern your mind in such a way that your body follows and your spirit follows, or your soul rather follows. It has changed my life into that I can never like be comfortable. You know, I can never be like stagnant. I can never be in a place where, and granted, it happens. You know, it happens where you get, you know, exact example. Last Q4, I took a real big time off of the market and off the charts because I was just feeling like, you know, a lot of emotions with, you know, with real life situations, my family, you know, my fiance. Shout out to my fiance. Appreciate that. It's just, you know, life happens, man.
Yeah.
Life happens. You know, you can't always be on your computer. You can't always be making not emotional decisions, but economic decisions when you're feeling flustered.
Exactly.
So, Mind, Body, Soul gives me a spot to shoot for. It gives me that bar to shoot for, and like basically never stop grinding, man.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you. I don't know if you've seen the movie Soul, where they get trapped up and they focusing on too much and they kind of lose themselves going that way. And sometimes like when you really invested in the stock market, you can go. It's really deep, especially when you researching. And it kind of start to consume you, but you want to like kind of step back from it.
We're humans.
Yeah, exactly.
We're humans. The market is a algorithmic beast.
Yeah.
It will not give a damn about your $1,000, your $10,000. Thank you, and keep it rocking. You know?
Yo, I remember watching Shark Tank, and the entrepreneur, she was crying, and Kevin O'Leary, he was like, never cry for money because it won't cry for you.
Exactly.
I'm telling you. Monster, money is a beast.
Yep.
I'm telling you, it don't care. So.
Yep.
Last thing, shameless plug. Where can people find you?
Hey man, so my Instagram, Jav Mendez _MBS. If you would like to, you know, I got all my links to my YouTube, to my Twitter are there as well. I also have Instagram that doesn't have any posts right now for MBS _lifestyle. Soon to come, merch to come. A lot of things in the pipeline, man. So definitely check out Jav Mendez _MBS. Send me direct messages if you're down to, you know, be involved with what I got going on. If you want to be on my free Zooms or my free technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and we could definitely, you know, have a good relationship. And that's what it comes down to, man. It's like people. It's about the people.
Exactly.
It's not about the profits.
Yeah.
You know, so I would rather invest in you and see you grow than
exactly. It's a
my
community.
grow.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Keeping each other accountable and moving towards the same goal.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So thanks for coming out.
My guy. Appreciate it, man.